Welcome to Everything Currency, and today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about these charts. Last week we talked about this dump. We said things could get really bad if things don't hold above these certain levels. We're going to take a look at those levels again, and we're still going to talk to you guys about why we still think alt season is coming. Now, a lot of people are getting super duper bearish with their bags right now, but this might be the perfect opportunity to buy. The time to get out was when you first noticed these things on this chart. We were talking about it weeks ago. We cannot only remain bullish, we have to tell it like it is and then give some speculation on what we think is going to happen. Because when we speculate, look at this chart right here. This is what happens in crypto. You get people saying, oh, it's over right here, and then the price goes up. Every dip, people want to say it's over. Every dip, people want to say it's over. Every dip, people want to say it is over, and it's usually over on one of them. One of those times you're going to be right, but a lot of those times you're going to be wrong. Remember, in crypto, it's elevator up, stairs down. That's usually what we see. And like if we look at this chart right here, from March 20th to April 2021, we had this elevator up, and then from April 2021 all the way until 2023, it was just straight down, and then we took the elevator up again. But zooming in a little bit on these charts, let's just take a look at what we're seeing here, and I'll explain to you guys why I am more on the bullish side based on sentiment, but the chart is telling me to be very cautious at this point in time. So let's just get into it. Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, and yeah, let me know if y'all want me to make videos about anything in this market. Let's get it. So first things first. Looking at this daily chart, let's switch to the daily chart right here on Bitcoins, because see what we're seeing. Now, we had a breakdown below this yellow line right here. We actually broke above it on Friday. We came back up and tried to get back above it on Saturday to retest it, and then yesterday we dumped below it, and here we are dumping below it right now. The first level that we want to hold is actually 58k, kind of where it wicked at right here, so that's actually very good. Let me draw that into the chart. It's kind of that level right there, that 58k level. We want to hold that level. If we hold that level, that can negate this double top pattern right here. Now, what I'm looking at with this double top pattern and if it's going to play out is three things. We have this first level of this double top pattern, which is right here at 58k. We have the next level of this double top pattern, which is down here at 52k, and then the completion of the double top pattern would be down here at this 48k level. And we basically want to just hold this first level before the end of the week is over, because when we look at the weekly chart, we do see something that could be a history repeat scenario, which is where we broke below this 13 moving average here, and by the next week we got back up, and that looked really bad because this week was really bad, and then we wicked, and then the next week was really bad, we wicked, and then we continued back up. So that could be very similar here. This week could be really bad, this week we can wick and be back up, and that would be the most bullish case scenario, is if we wake back up by the end of this week. We start closing below this yellow line over the week, we're gonna head down to some of these lower targets. The lower target right here, like I said, 52k, and then somewhere around 48k, or at the bottom of this trend line from this rising wedge that has been on this chart since 2021 or something like that. It's been on this chart for a long time, but if we continue down right here, yeah, there should be a good chance that we hit this bottom, maybe around some of this resistance right here, which would be around the 40 something k level. But remember, I was saying I'm getting more bullish than bearish, so I'm hoping that this week we can get back up. Everyone's sentiment is bad right now. The fear versus greed chart has finally got out of the greed territory and has gotten neutral. That is actually good. Remember, when the fear and greed in chart is saying that it's over here on the fear section, that's when you're supposed to have FOMO. That's when you're supposed to have fear of missing out, right? And then when it's all the way on the greed side, you want to get greedy and take your cash and go do something in the real world with it. That's how we look at that chart. But looking at this right here, let me just give you some more about why I think this could be the case. Now, we know that Bitcoin has been following the S&P 500 for a while now. It has been following it to a T. When we turn this chart to the daily right here, we can see some very interesting things. We have gaps on this chart. So I have a gap up here at around 5,400. We're heading down to that level right there. That would be the first level of support. Then we have this support down here at 5,265. That will be the next level of support. Then we have this lower level of support right there at 5,070 bucks. 3 levels of support right here on this chart. Also 3 levels of support right here on this Bitcoin chart. Of course, Bitcoin is a lot more volatile, so these will be higher percentages, of course, but it will need to hold. And the reason why I'm getting bullish is because when we come back to this SPS chart, we can see that, like, yeah, there are these gaps down here, but the first line of resistance or support, the first line of support is at right now 5,418 according to my chart on the daily. We could actually hold that level, and even if we wick a little bit down and maybe clear this gap right here, that would be the most bullish scenario. And I think Bitcoin would probably just head to that first level and then maybe react bullish off of that. But right now, of course, we don't never know. We just know that the sentiment in overall crypto is looking pretty bad, which brings me back to this chart that we started with right here, that when the sentiment is bad, when everybody's saying it's over, it's over, it's over, price spikes, it's over, price spikes, it's over, price spikes again, and maybe we'll get one of those more it's over price spikes over here. So we got to be like a contrarian, because nobody's right in this market. Usually when there's too many people swinging one way, then the price is going to go the other way. I brought up on Twitter, I was saying, hey, things start dipping down, a lot of people start opening up shorts, and then the market pumps to liquidate $1 billion, and then it dumps again when everybody gets bullish again to go long again. So it's looking very, very 50-50 in this market right now, but still looking like an opportunity, because overall, going back to these charts, going back to the total 2 chart right here, we can see that this thing is already dipping pretty low, but it's holding some very interesting support level, which is right around here, right around, like, let's call it like the 1 trillion level, like in between the 90, the 95 or 950 or the 1 trillion level. That's pretty much the range that we've been ranging in. So if we bounce off this level again and then continue up, then that we could see a nice little mini alt season right there, and that would be very good for a lot of the altcoins outside of the meme coin space, because we know based on the money flow that the meme coin overall space is getting oversaturated. It's been oversaturated, but it's getting, like, it's losing its luster. More people are losing money than they're making money, and people saying, hey, I tried it, it didn't work, let's go look for some things where I won't lose my money as fast. And we're seeing that right now, especially when the celebrities start coming in and rugging everybody, which we also see right now. So looking at this, we know that Depin, maybe like Depin, RWAs, those are some of the good narratives coming up. We also know that airdrops have been failing people horribly because they've been expecting a lot more money, and usually when you expect things, it doesn't really happen like how you expect it in crypto. Like, that's why you got to be a contrarian. But speaking of airdrops, there is one that I think could do very well. A lot of you guys haven't checked it out yet, and that's good. You don't want an airdrop that everybody's farming, but check out this grass token right here. I made a video about it before, where you can earn from using your browser, and there's still some rewards, and this is an airdrop that not a lot of people are talking about. So I'll put my referral link in the description, or you can just go to app.grass.io, run this thing on your Brave browser, and you'll earn some points. And when the airdrop comes around, you might be pretty nice, sitting nice pretty much for that airdrop. Now, speaking of airdrops, again, ZK Sync opens up the second round of airdrop claims. Now, this is for the people who pretty much complain. These are for the projects who pretty much complain. They said, hey, we've been building on ZK. We're builders. We didn't get any. We came over here and we don't even have any tokens to help with our launch on ZK. So they switched things around a little bit, and they gave more people some tokens. So there are a list of NFT projects and things like that. If you were in ZK and you weren't eligible, then go ahead and check that out. And there also are more protocols that are on ZK who will be airdropping the tokens to their users. They have like vowed to do that. So not looking too bad in that ecosystem right there. I think that will bring a lot more users to that ecosystem, and that's what it needs, because so far it's been straight down, and it might be an actual good token to pick up if they can fix, you know, the issue with the community being pissed off about not getting not getting enough tokens in the airdrop. So that's another thing, first things first right there, you know. This should speed up the adoption of Constellation HGTP DAG end-to-end security. What happened? Lockbit 3.0 claims attack of Federal Reserve. 33 terabytes of sensitive data allegedly compromised. Do you know how big 33 terabytes of a ledger is? That's like crazy. That's like, you know how many lines you could have just to equal 1 terabyte? They got 33 terabytes of data, and this is what, you know, this is what DAG is fixing. This is why DAG is working with the DoD. So what he says right here, this should speed up adoption of Constellation within the government. I agree. I think so, and I think it'll speed up adoption across Constellation at all. Now, we're on the topic of airdrops. Had to throw DAG in there. If you are a DAG holder and you have a Stargazer wallet, check your Stargazer wallet. You have something called an alpaca token. Now this token is going to be able to earn you more DAG tokens, and a very interesting distribution method. If you want me to make a video about that, we'll do a whole separate video about that, because it is a whole separate video. But if you are holding DAG in your wallets, go ahead and check and see if you have that token. Now, Luxo. So Luxo is getting beat up right now. We don't know if Luxo has bottomed yet, but some people have been asking me, hey, talk about Luxo anymore. Are you still bullish on Luxo? Now, I'm bullish on the Luxo ecosystem. I'm not bullish on the Luxo price right now, because the Luxo price just seems weird. I'm not gonna lie. There seems to be, and there was at one point, a huge order in the order books to sell some Luxo tokens. We don't know if this is, you know, some of the team members leaving. There's been structural changes at the top of Luxo. Maybe some people wanted to get out. Maybe some advisors wanted to dump. A lot of the community members wanted to get out of the community. People don't like holding from these $11 levels down to these $2 levels. But I will say this. If Luxo gets to half the market cap of Solana, that is a 500x. So I'm going to hold my Luxo, because I think that some of the things being built, some of the things that I'm building, some of the things that I see coming out for Luxo, this seems like a, you know, 70 million market cap for this token seems like crazy. So if this price starts picking up, yeah, I think the Luxo price can move very, very fast, especially being that it seems like in the community part, the bottom of the sentiment is either in the anger phase or already reaching out of the anger phase. People are getting a lot more positive. It's just looking like it wants to have a bump up. Remember, this all depends on what happens with this total 2 right here. If we bounce, then it could pick up. If we go lower, then it could go to $1, right? RWA's Proppy right now, also a nice buy, sitting at $77 million right now. Now I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe this is one of the tokens that was mentioned by some of the $1 trillion asset managers as being one of the RWA outliers right here. Now, we made videos about this before. Just wanted to bring it to you guys' attention in this video. If you want me to talk more about any of these tokens or anything in general, just leave it in the comment box. I don't want to make these videos too long, but if you need a deep dive on Proppy, let me know. And the last one to bring back up to your attention before I get on up out of here is this one, RWN. Now, we started talking about this thing at a penny. It is looking very, very nice right now. It actually on a hell of a dip coming down from that 35 cent level where it did a 30x since we were talking about it, you know, last year or something like that. But now it is on a bit of a pullback. And for me, once things start recovering, we could see a nice V-shaped recovery on this token. So it's one to keep your eye on. Now remember, you could always reach out to me in my Telegram group, ask me questions and things like that. Also ask me questions in the comment box, share the videos, help me get to 10K subscribers. We're on the road to 10K right now. So let me know what you guys think about the video. Y'all think positive and positive things will happen. RIP to crypto roots, and remember, never finish a negative statement about currency. Till next time, peace.